All right, let's take a look at some of these chordal triplets. So I call these chordal triplets because they work very well over chord progressions. They sweep very nicely over strings 1, 2, and 3, and they're just a device that's used for improvising and making your playing more exciting. I've seen Bela Fleck use these before, and definitely piano players in jazz use them. But they work really well on banjo, and the key is with triplets is having your hand very relaxed to where it can come out smooth. So first, let's go through all of the inversions that I'm using, and we'll see how this works. So what's going on is this is a full stream of triplets through one measure. So instead of having 8 notes, we're going to be having 12 notes in there. 1, 2, 3, 4. But the way the pattern works, it works out very well. And here's the pattern. So we're going thumb on the second string, middle on the first, index on the second, thumb on the third, index on the second, and middle on the first. So now that's half of a measure. You do that 2 times and that fills up one measure. 1, 2, 3, 4. And the way this pattern works, you can really get some good speed. It lays out very nice. So what I did was put this together with an extremely simple G-C-D chord progression to make it understandable, and then you use it on any chord progression you can think of. So the first 3 chords we're using is the open G, C, I'm just holding 2 notes of that C chord, this D7, and then back to G. So we're going 1 measure apiece. So on that very last one, I did a forward roll. This is just to kind of give it some closure at the end of it. Thumb on the third string, index second, middle first, thumb fifth, and then pinch on first and fifth, middle and thumb. So that last measure is going to do half of the triplet, and then pinch. So that's the first one, and then we're just doing this same thing through all the inversions. So we're going to go to this F-shaped G chord, pinky on the 5th fret, 1 measure. Then for this next C chord, I'm just doing this move. Look how easy this is. Cramming, keeping pinky where it is on first string, and then you're putting ring on 5th fret, 2nd string, middle, 5th fret, 3rd string. Makes a nice transition. And then to our normal D chord, D major here. And then back to our G. Alrighty. And now we scoot this up to our D-shaped G, pinky on the 9th fret. It's just like this D chord. Scoot it up, index 7th fret, middle 8th fret. So we're going from this D-shaped G to our F-shaped C, pinky on the 10th fret, And now here, I'm just going to bar the 7th fret with my index because I'm about to jump right back in to that D-shaped G. So that'll make that an easy transition. So we've got all right. Now we're going to our 12th fret bar G chord, and then we're going from that chord to this C. So see, it's the same move as the D to G here, except now it's going from G to that C. Then we're scooting back to our F-shaped D chord, pinky on 12th fret, 1st string, and then right back into our G. So here's that. All right, and then we're going to wrap it up with the exact octave that we started with. Pinky is on the 17th fret, F-shaped G, the high octave. Now I'm going to scoot those fingers all in the 17th fret. This is a little tricky, but just give it a shot. Then just that octave D-shaped D chord. Pinky's on the 16th fret. And then right back. All right, now that's a simple way to start it, just to get your hands going through the motions. But this doesn't have to be used in a really fast, crazy bluegrass tune. You could also use this as for say, like a pretty intro for a tune like Blackberry Blossom if you go through the chords in a descending fashion. You could do kind of a borrowed time, just kind of a slow, pretty intro. And then kick the tune off regular. So there's just all sorts of things you can do with this. It's just for chords, so just try anything. You can, try it over minor chord movements. Basically anything you try, it's going to have that cool triplet sound. So try it very slow, work on it with the metronome, and just anything new, just don't be afraid to try to use it and see what happens. You might be very surprised. You're like, that worked out better than I thought it might, or you might have to try it in another situation and see how it works. But just try this pattern. It's a great roll exercise anyway to get your hand limbered up and be relaxed with it. And that's going to be the most helpful advice for that, I think. So anyway, enjoy your chordal triplets.